morning, students. Today we will see the seventh part of percentages. So what we'll be studying today is compounding. Now you would say we have to study compounding in compound interest, right? Okay, there is no difference between the percentage and compound interest. See, you would have studied this thing, right? That suppose 100 is there and 10% increment is there, then it becomes 110. Then again, if 10% increment is there, it becomes 121, right? If I say that it is becoming in 1 year and this is also becoming in 1 year. So if you tell only this part, then you can say it's a percentage, successive increment. But if I give time also, it becomes compound interest. This much was the only difference. In the percentage itself, because we never talk about when 10% increment is happening in 100, we never talk about whether it happened in 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 minute or 2 seconds. Increment happened means increment happened. We don't have to worry about time thing. So if you are worrying about time, then it will become compound interest. That is the only difference between the percentage and the compound interest. Okay. There's nothing extra you need to learn in compound interest. Okay. So today we'll see, suppose if 100 is there, right, and you are increasing it by 20%, what it will become? You can say that it will be something like 100 plus 100 into 20 by 100, or you can say 120, one way. Another way of saying it, you can say 1.2 into 100, multiplying factor into original number. Okay. Or you can say one more thing, that suppose 100 is there and you are increasing by, this thing like if you are increasing x by r percentage, it will become 1 plus r by 100, right? X into 1 plus r by 100. If you put the r value here, 20%, you can say that it will become x into 120 by 100, and 120 by 100, you can say that this is 6 by 5. So this will become x into 6 by 5. So what I have written 100, can I write 100 into 6 by 5? What it will become? It will become 120. If I say that this is 100, okay, and this is like 10%, and then again 20%, and again it is 10%. So what will be coming here? So one way you can say that anyway you can increase and get the value, or what you can do, you can write the multiplying factor here 1.1, here 1.2, and here 1.1. So what is the M equivalent, MF equivalent? You can say this will be 1.1 into 1.1 into 1.2. You can get that value, and then whatever the starting value is there, you can find it what is the value. Another way of doing it is, you can say 100 into first increment 10% happen, right? 10% increment, 10% value is 1 by 10. Means the new value will be now 10 plus 1. If you remember, base will become base plus result. When increment is happening, base will become base plus result, and when decrease is happening, base will become base minus result. Means now this is 100 and 10% increment is there, means 10 will become 11, means the new value will be 11 by 10. If you want, you can check also, this will become 110, and after 10% increment, what it will become? 110. Now this is 110, again you have to increase this one, how much? 20%. 20% is 1 by 5, 5 will become 5 plus 1, 6, or you can say into 6 by 5. Again 10% increment means 11 by 10. So this will be your total value you will be getting here. Okay. You can actually cancel this. You can say this is 10, 10, 100 gone. This is 66 by 5. Or what you can say that by 5, what you can do? Multiply with 2 and divide by 2. So this will become 3, 3 and no, not 3, 3. What I have done? You have to divide by, multiply with 2, and then here multiply, divide by 2 and multiply with 2. So this will become 132, or you can say 13.2, right? What happened? 11? Which one? One more 11 is there. So this one into 11. So how will you multiply 13.2 into 11? So first I will tell you how you can do 132 into 11. I told you what you can do. You can write 1 here, 2 here, then 3, 2, 5, 3, 1, 4. So this is the value, 1, 4, 5, 2 is the value when you do 132 into 11. If you are doing 13.2, so you put one more point. So what you can say, 145.2 will be the answer. If you multiply this multiplying factor, what value you will be getting? You will be getting 1.452. If you don't, if you want to check, you can check also. It will become 1.452. So this is compounding. This is happening in the increment case. Let's check some decrease case. Suppose this is 100 and you are increasing it 10%, reducing it 20%, again increasing it by 33 1/3%. Right. So what it will become? You can directly say the value which you will be getting here will be 100 into 10% increase means 11/10, 20% reduction means 4/5, 33 1/3% increment means 4/3 by 1/3. So 3 will become 4. So 4/3. So whatever this answer comes, that is your answer. Understood? So we solve some question based on this. Okay. Okay. So okay. A population of a town is increased by 16.67% in first year and then reduced by 37.5% in second year and increased by 57.1% in third year. Then find the present population if after 3 years the population becomes 1,65,000. So it is a case of successive increment for 3 years, right? So what I can say, even this thing can be said if I convert this question in the compound interest question. Any principal or any sum of amount, rate of interest in first year is 16.67%, rate of interest in second year is 37.5%, and one more thing, that time it will not be reduced because compound interest always you will be getting it. Okay, it will not be reduced. If it is reduced, you will not put your money in the bank. Okay, so here increase will be there, and then third year the rate of interest is 57.7%. Actually, no one gives this much rate of interest, but then also for the sake of understanding in the way of compound interest, you can say third year this is the interest. Now what they are asking is the amount. After 3 years, what will be the amount? And this thing amount they have given. Sorry, the amount they have given 1,65,000. So you have to find that sum of amount, that sum which will become this one. Okay. In terms of population, so what we would say, suppose its population was X. Then when it is increased by 16.67%, you can say 1/6. Increment means it will become 7/6 into. Now reduced by 37.5% is 3/8. Reduced means it will not become 11/8. Now it will become 5/8. Right? Into 57.7% is 4/7. So it will become 11/7, and that is given as 1,65,000. Can't you solve it? Solve it. So you can say this is 55. So this will become 55 means 3. Yes or no? And 7 2s are 7 5s are 7 5 3 7 7. So 7 7 gone in first way. This is 55. So this will become 3. So 3,000. Now 3,000 into 8. 3,000 into 6. So 18,000. 18,000 into 8. What is 18 into 8? 144. So actually the amount was 1,44,000 and now it is becoming as 1,65,000. This is one way. Okay, percentage approach. If you want to go by ratio approach, what you can say? In first year and second year and third year. Okay, what is happening? It was 16.67% increment happening. So you can say 6 will become 7. Reduction 3/8 means 8 will become 5. Then again 57.7%, you can say 7 will become 11. Right. So what is becoming here? You can say 42 into 8. Multiply each and everything. And here you multiply, you will be getting as 35 into 11. 35 into 11, you can say that this will become 538,485. Okay. Okay. Not 485, it will become 385. Okay. So 385. Okay. Now the amount was something like, it was 42 into 8 and now it is becoming 365. I'm not multiplying it. Okay. it is becoming 385, and 385 value is given how much? 1,65,000. You can get the value of 1, and after you get the value of 1, you can multiply with here and you'll get the answer. Okay, so whatever approach you want, you can follow this and get the answer. Clear? Okay, let's check another question. A man spends 5% of his total income in traveling. Okay, suppose 5% in traveling, 20% of the rest. You remember rest. Rest means suppose total income was X and he actually spent 5% in traveling. So what is rest? 95% of X is rest. Again 20% of the rest spent in food. So what is remaining now? Rest. 80% of that, 20% spent. Getting my point? Total was X. Or if you don't want to understand in this way, I can tell you another way of understanding. Total, suppose his income was X, right? Or I would say suppose it is 100, right? He spent how much? 5% in traveling, right? So you can say minus 5%. What will be remaining? 95. 95 again, how much he spent? 20% in food. So 20% means 1 by 5. 1 by 5 value is 1 and 9, 19. So 95, 75 and 74. Yes or no? 74. 74 will be the 76. Sorry. 76 will be remaining, right? 76 again what? He donated 120 rupees. Okay. If he has not donated 120 rupees, it's a cash, right? How much will be remaining now? 1400 rupees. 1400 rupees he is remaining now, and he did not donate this 120. So total he'll be having amount is 1520 rupees. And how much amount actually he will be having? 76. So you can say 76 is corresponding to 1520. Or you can say it is 2 times now. So 1 is corresponding to 20. So 100 will correspond to 200. So how much his monthly income was? Not 200, it will become 2000. His monthly income was 2000. If you don't study, your monthly income also will be 2000. Study, okay? If you don't want to come under Nyaya scheme of Rahul Gandhi, okay, so please study. Clear? Another way what I was saying, understanding that way also, suppose his income was X. After he spent 5%, he spent 5%, so what will be remaining now? 95% of it? Yes or no? And this is rest now. And this rest, 20% of it is spent in food. So what is remaining now? 80%. He donated how much? 120 rupees. In cash, he had cash is 1400 and donated 120. How much cash he should be having? 1520. If you solve this thing this way also, you will be getting X value is 2000. Whichever way you understand, you can solve it. Clear? Next. Clear, right? This one. A power distribution company has certain length of wire. If 10% wire has been stolen, I'll write the percentage value. That will be little better. 1 by 10, 70%, 7 by 10. Okay. Suppose it had 70% of the remaining wire was stolen. Find the original length of the wire if 810 wire is still remaining. Find the original wire length was X. Then 10% wire is stolen. Means how much remaining now? 9 by 10. Yes or no? If 10% stolen means 9 by 10 is remaining. This rest, how much is sold? 70% of the sold. So how much remaining now? 3 by 10. 7 by 10 sold. So how much remaining? 3 by 10. 3 by 10 remaining, and that is given as how much remaining? 8, 10. Solve this thing. This is 27. So 3 times. So how much wire was remaining actually? You can say 3000 meter was available in starting. Getting it? Or do I need to explain again? Another way you can say that 10 wire was there, and then it just remained how much? It remained only 9. Then again 70% of the wire means it was 10. Now how much is remaining? Only 3. So you can say 100 was there. How much is remaining? 27. And 27 is given as how much? 8, 10. If 27 is given 8, 10 means 1 is value 30, 1 value is 30 means this will be 3000. That is also one way. And our evergreen method is always there. What you can say, suppose 100 is there and then 10% stolen means how much remaining? 90. 70% sold. 70% sold means 63 minus 63, how much will be remaining with? 27. 27 is given as how much? 810. So what is the value of 30? 30 into 100, that is 3000. So whichever method you understand, whichever method you are comfortable with, you can follow. Okay. This one, in a library, 20% of the books are in Hindi, 50% of the remaining in English, 30% of the remaining are in French, and rest 6,300 books are in regional languages. Then find the total number of books in library. So what I would say, suppose X was the number of books. 20% is alright. This is 1 by 5. This is 1 by 2. And this is 3 by 10. Everywhere remaining is given. Means you have to go successively. Successive increase or successive decrease is there. Remaining means what? That is the only thing when remaining is given. You have to follow successive increase or decrease. So X was there. 20% books are in Hindi. So how many books are in? How many books are not in Hindi? Remaining books. 80% is, or you can say 4 by 5. And that in that 50% of the remaining in English. So how many books not in English? 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 of 50%. And this remaining 30% are in French. So how many are not in French? 70% or 7 by 10. And those, after those conditions, what is the thing given? What will be remaining then? Regional language books. That is given as 6,300. Solve it, you will get the value for X. Right? This is first way. Second way, you can say that 20%. Okay, 20% is 1 by means if it is 5, out of every 5, 1 books are gone. What is remaining now? Only 4. 20% of the books are in Hindi means reducing 20% books, right? So what will be remaining? Other books 4. Then again 50% means 2 is 1. 30% means 10 is 7. So what you can say? This is 100 and this is how much? 28. 28 is given as how much? Am I correct? 30% of the remaining in French. 28, 30% of the remaining in French. Okay, so okay. Okay, so 28 is given as 6,300. So what you will be getting? 7 4s are 7 9s are 900. So you can say 4 1 2 5. One value is 1 to 5. 2 where? Yeah, 2 to 5. Okay, sorry. 2 to 5. One value is given 2 to 5. One value is 2 to 5 means total number of books will be 22,500. If you follow the same method here, you will be getting the same value. X value is 22,500. Or you go by 100 method. That is also fine. Okay. So all questions are successive increment or decrease question. You have to just understand that these are successive increment or decrease questions. Okay. What happened to our undercover agent? Shriram? Operation. Oh. Okay. Okay, next. A manufacturer sells its goods to wholesaler at 25% profit. Increment. Success. One increment happened. And wholesaler sells it to the retailer at 20% profit. Again increment. Okay. And retailer sells it to the customer at 28% profit. Okay, and then find the cost price of the goods. Cost price of the goods means original amount, right? If the customer purchases at 9,600 rupees, means that is the final amount. And this is the reason, everyone at every step there will be profits. First wholesaler is there, right? Sorry, first manufacturer is there. Manufacturer is selling to wholesaler. Okay, wholesaler is selling to retailer, and retailer is selling to customer. Every place profit is there, yes or no? And that is why you get, when you go to offline stores, you get the same item at very high price. What Amazon and Flipkart does not, they directly buy from manufacturer. They can, remove these two profits and directly they can earn here something like 3% profit. So if I give you a normal example, suppose this is 100 rupees. Okay, for him manufacturing cost was 100 rupees. Okay, this was the cost price, I would say. He sold at 10% profit to wholesaler. Wholesalers to sold at 10% profit to retailer, and retailer sold 10% profit to customer. So actually customer, how much he will be paying? Customer will be paying actually 133.1 rupee. Cost 10, 10, 10, 3 times successive increment will be 33.1%. So customer will be paying 33.1%. And total how much tax, I would say, not tax, how much profit he is paying from his pocket to manufacturer, wholesaler and retailer? 33.1% profit he is paying. But what Amazon will do? Amazon will tell, okay, you don't have to pay 33.1, you just pay 10 or 20% to me. Amazon is, see, everyone here earning how much? 10%, 10%, 10%, and this one is telling that I will send only 20%, and he will be taking from manufacturer at the bulk amount. He doesn't have to worry about the distribution and all those things. His cost will be saved. He can directly give it to this Amazon or Flipkart, and he'll be able to give at 7. Just a minute. He'll be able to give at 7 to 10%. Okay, and then 7 to 10%, and total profit what it will be earning will be actually lower than 33.1%. Why it is getting erased again? 33.1% again. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Give me 1 minute. This is getting deleted. Okay, so I would say if Amazon is earning 20% profit here, and if it is giving 7% profit to this one, then also it will be far less than this 33.11%. And who will be at the profit? Customer. Where he will be buying at? Amazon, Flipkart. That's why they are it, and that's why government has given one policy that Amazon and Flipkart cannot give a discount more than this percentage, because the offline vendors, I would say, they were at loss. Because they have to follow this thing, right? This customer cannot directly buy from manufacturer until it is company showroom. There are some company outlet we call it. Okay. For no, actually when you're talking about GST, that is the extra thing. Okay, the GST will be extra. Suppose this one they are telling. And actually in GST it will be included here, because everyone will be selling at MRP, and MRP will be having GST in it. So suppose I'll just give you an example. Suppose I'm just talking that this was retailer and this was customer. Retailer bought it at 100 rupees and he is getting at 120 rupees. How much actually tax he is charging? 20%. In 20%, some part will be GST and some part will be his profit. He will not disclose. He will simply say, because of this new government, GST came, that's why price is increased. But what he'll do, suppose before GST he was earning 10% profit. Okay, before GST he was earning 10% profit. After GST came, he simply increased his profit percentage on the sake of that GST increased the price. Actually, according to GST, the price should get reduced, because when what we are paying before is actually less than what we are paying now is actually less than what we are paying before. VAT was actually more. GST is less. Only thing is GST has different slabs. One slab is it is some 2% also. One slab is 28% also. Obviously, that is I would say that is manageable, or I would say that is feasible or manageable, or that is actually quite understandable. Why? Because one person is going to buy a car, so you are going to charge only suppose 5% tax. That's not good. If he is going to buy a car, obviously he is rich enough. You can charge 28% there, no issues in that. But if one person is there that he needs a simple commodity, suppose he has to buy wheat or rice, there you have to put very little tax there, because rice everyone will eat. Even poor person will also eat rice, and rich person also will eat rice. So there you have to give less less tax. Person who are buying AC, luxury item, AC, or they are going for buying a car, then obviously you have to put 28% GST. And one more thing, you're going for hair spa at Naturals, Green Trends, obviously. The person who is normal, like earning some 10,000, 12,000 rupees, they will not be going to Naturals and Green Trends, right? We cannot expect to put a VAT 5% there. Put a 28%. Quite understandable. The people who are going for hair spa, hair straightening, 4,000 rupees, right? So they are rich. Loot them and give subsidy to the people where it is needed. Like you need subsidy in urea, right? You see, you need subsidies. Actually, one thing was there that I should say, we should give subsidy on this sanitary pads. That is very important. Even when this issue came, I always told that these two issues are there currently. Okay, I would say one thing is like you should keep sanitary pads tax free, first thing, and second thing, you should have a proper management system, solid waste management for sanitary pads. These two things are very important, and we can expect at least 1 or 2 questions based on this thing in UPSC. Because recently some 2 or 3 articles were published in The Hindu about solid waste management, and now India is lagging behind in solid waste management. So we have to focus there. You might find some questions there. Okay, let's not get away from our topic. Okay, let's get back to our topic again. So okay, this was there. Okay, now customer will be getting at some price, and if I look at in this context, I would say customer is getting in how much? 9,600, and these numbers are given as, I'll just delete and write this thing. So how much profit is given? First is 25% profit. Profit means increment only, right? Why it is getting deleted again and again? Just a minute. First 25% profit, and second profit is 20%, and third profit is 28%. So how much actually profit is there? You would say that you can go by 100, then it will become 125, then 20% of it will be 50. Okay, 25, and then you can increase the 28%, whatever comes equate to 9,600, and you will be getting the answer. That is one way. Another way of doing it is, you can say 25% means that value is 1 by 4. Okay. So the question says that manufacturer sells his goods, wholesaler 25% profit, then 20% profit, and then 28% is profit. Okay, so everyone is earning profit. Who will be paying from the pocket? Customer. And how much customer is actually paying? You can say customer is paying 9,600. One way you can do that, you can take 100 and then you can reach at one value, and then you can compare it with 9,600 and then get the value. Okay, one way. Another way is, you can say that suppose the original cost was X. He sold at 1 by 4 or 25% profit, means how much he will be actually earning? 5 by 4. 20% profit means what? Suppose 100 was the cost, 20% profit means 120. 120 means you have to multiply with 5 by 4, or 4 will become 4 plus 1. Again profit is there, means increment is there, so it will be 6 by 5. Again profit is there, so it will become 32 by 25. 32 by what? 7 by 25 only, right? 28 by 100. So 7 by 25 profit. Profit how much it will be? When you did 1 by 4, it was 5 by 4, right? 4 will become 5. Okay. You did not ask question here, you are asking here. Okay. What is the total cost given? 9,600. So you can say, you can cancel this. You can say, yeah, this will go 3 times. Yes or no? So anyway, this will go 3 times. 300. This will be 5, 6. So this will be 6. This will become 10. So you can say X value will be 520. 22,000 into 25. Or you can say 50,000. What was the cost? 50,000 or 5,000? No, 50,000. Where is there? 200. 10 is there. Oh, sorry. 10 is there. So it will become 5,000. Sorry. So what you can say? It will become 5,000. Okay. Instead of 10, I have taken 100, right? Okay. So it will become 5,000. Clear? This is one way. Another way you can say 4 is becoming 5. 5 is becoming 6. 28 means 25 is becoming 32. Or what you can say? 5 into 6 into 32 and 4 into 5 into 25. This is becoming this, and this value is given actually how much? 9,600. You'll get the one value, and then with that you can get this value. 100 value already there. You can do that. You can follow that method, and that also you can solve. So why I am telling you these many approaches, so that whichever approaches are easy for you, follow that. Suppose you don't have 100 value is good. Okay, so I'll tell you this 100 value, this method will be good if you take values, if values are given something like 10%, 10%, 20%, 100 will be very good. But if values come like 37.5%, 57.7%, then this method will be good. Okay, so that's why I am telling you each and every. Actually, this method and this method, only orientation is changed, like similarity and congruency. So like congruency, two triangles will be there, they will be congruent. What will be changed? They will be same triangles, only their orientation will be changed. Actually, this method and this method both are same, only their orientation is changed. The concept is same. Right? Let's check another question. Okay, Mr. A spends 50% of his income on household items, 50% of the remaining on transport. So okay, this one is 1 by 2 remaining. 25% on income, entertainment, 10% on sports, and remaining 900 rupees is saved. So we will find how much is saved. Total was X, suppose 50% spent, how much remaining? Half. Again 50% of this is on transport, so what is remaining? Half. Again 25% of the on the entertainment of the remaining, so what is remaining? 75%, that is 3 by 4. 10% of the sports, so how much remaining? 90%. 90% is 9 by 10. How much is remaining? 900. Find the value of X. It will be, I think, some decimal value. Yes, it will be decimal value. Or you can say this will become 100, and so this will become 1000, 4000, and 16,000. 16,000 by 3. Okay. So you can say 3 5s are, and then 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3 3s are, 3s are, 3s are, 3s are, 3s are, 3s are. Okay. 133, you can put bar. Okay. So that was his income. I don't know how he is getting this salary. Only we get salary something like 5,000, 10,000. Okay. Okay. Done. This one. Mr. Jagat Thakur spent 20% of his income on food, 15% on children's education. Okay. Jagat Thakur spent 20% of income on food, 15% on children's education. Suppose 100% was the income, he spent 20% and 50%, 35% on food and education, right? Next, 40% of the remaining. What is remaining now? 65%. In that 65%, 40% of 65% of 100%, how is spent on entertainment and transport together, and then 30% on the medicals, and that's it. He is left with how much? 8775 after all these expenditures. So how much actually he had? He had 65%. In that, how much he spent? 40 and 30, 70% he spent. How much is remaining now? 30%. 30% of 65% is given as how much? 8775. 37% of 65% of what? His income. 100% means what? Income only, right? Of income is how much? You can say 8775. Okay. Otherwise, you can say that is one value. One value is this one. So what will be income value? That you can find. That one value only will be the income value. Okay. So 30% of 65%. What you can say? 30 into 65, right? Into 100 into I divided by what? It's better you take income as 100 units. Okay. That will be little better. Okay. So what you can say, or percentage itself is fine. You can simply say this percentage value. So 30% of 65% will give you one value of 1. One value it will give. That one value is only your percentage value. I'll solve by another method. It will be clear then. So remove this I. So you can say 65 into 30 into 65 divided by 100 into 100 will give you what? 8775. So what is one value? One value will be 8775 into 10,000 divided by 30 into 65. So I think you can solve it. This one gone, right? And 65, so this is 5 ones are 5 threes are 200. Will it go by 13? Check. 8775, will it go by 13? By this way anyway you will get the answer, okay. So you can say your answer will be something like 8775 by 13, okay. Clear? Okay. See, anyway 60 time it will go. 60 time it goes means 7800 gone. So 8775. What will be remaining? 75, 175. 175, 30. 13 30s are 169. Means some decimal will come. 675. It's coming. Oh, this is 7. So it will become 9. 975. Sorry, 675. So this is 675. 675 divided by 13. So 13 7s are 13, 6 are 65. No, it will not be divisible by 13. And one more 3 is also there, right? This 3 is also remaining, right? 13 into 3. So you can say it is actually not 8775 by 13. It is 877 by 13 into 3. Will it be divisible by 3? 12, 7, 19, 8, 27. Yes. It is divisible by 13 also. 13 into 675 is 8775. Means you will be getting 675 here, and 675 divided by 3 is how much? 225. Means one value is 225. 225 into 200. 200 still remaining, na? So what I can say? This will become 450 and 100. So what you can say? 45,000 was his income. Only calculation is there. If you see logics are clear. Only calculation part is there. If you want to go by, suppose you want to go by, suppose it is 100 units. Okay, I'm just considering it is 100 units. So 35 units gone here, 65 units remaining. Out of the 65 units, 40% are spent here, 30% spent here. How much remaining? 30%. So 30% of 65 units is how much? 8775. So what is one unit value? You can say one unit value will be 8775 into 100 divided by 30 into 65. And what is your income? You can say income is 100 units. So income will be, you have to multiply here with 100. So it will become, this statement and this statement both are same, right? Either you consider 100 units or you consider 100%. Both are same. If you consider 100% means 100%, 100 by 100 means you have to get the value of 1. Clear? Note down.